Hi everybody, how's things? I look forward to hanging out with all of you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about the darkness, and it's part of the Recreate Your Life series. So this is number 3 in the Recreate Your Life series, and we're going to be delving really deep into the things that block us from coming forward and being in the light, okay? Because the aim of the game is to kind of return the darkness that we're connected to back to light. And the reason why this is so important is that the more conscious you can become, of all of who you are, the more you're able to allow more of your energy to exist. And the more you can allow more of your energy to exist, the more you're going to be able to imprint reality around you, and your manifestations and all those kind of things are going to, come into reality a lot quicker. It's when we don't have enough of our energy or all of our consciousness with us, that's when things, kind of go wrong in the drama of life, because we've got our subconscious playing out all these other things which kind of maybe go against our life purpose, and then we're wondering why we keep creating weird situations or attracting odd people into relationships, or we can't clear our debts because our subconscious is playing out all these hidden programs. So what I'm fascinated with is how we can unlock these hidden programs within us so that more of us can exist. So hi everybody, I'm just so glad that you're joining tonight. I was kind of feeling everyone before I did this Facebook Live, and I was kind of getting a bit excited as well, because I really just love teaching this work and taking you on a really magical journey. So beautiful people, I'm going to try and attempt to explain this whole journey of darkness in like 10-15 minutes so that we can get in and do an energy clearing session. So in 10 minutes, okay? So bear in mind that all that I explain, we could probably do a Facebook Live on each of the facets of this. And maybe we go into it deeper and deeper in some other Facebook Lives in the future. Right, so this is how it is, okay? So if we go back to the Chinese proverb, okay, the Chinese proverb of when there's light in the soul, there's light in the family. When there's light in the family, there's light in the town. When there's light in the town, there's light in the society. When there's light in society, there's light in the country. And when there's light in the country, there's light in the world, okay? So how our whole journey, right, on this path of life, of our humanity, is learning to light ourselves up again, learning to light ourselves up with love. And then as we learn to light ourselves back up with life and love, we discover ourselves, and then we light those around us up with love and light. And then we extend and we help light up the community that we live in, and we extend and we help light up the world that we live in. And this is really what we're here to do. We're here to keep lighting up ourselves so that we can keep expanding, all right? Because the light within you, although it's microscopic it's also macroscopic. So it's infinitely large as it is infinitely small. And so the light within you is dying, is wishing to kind of expand out of you and exist more in this human world. And that's how you birth yourself into reality, okay? Now the problem is that we've got a lot of hidden parts of us, the darkness within us, which stops us from being that amazing expansive light, all right? And I know people that have this expansive light in them, because you can feel it. Like, you might walk into a room and you can whew, who is this person? You can just feel their energy field. I don't know if anyone's ever gone to see Amma, who's this amazing female, avatar or Indian goddess that they call her, and she hugs millions and millions and millions of people. And when you go and see her, you can actually start to feel her energy field miles away, and you're like, okay, Amma's arrived. I'm getting closer to Amma, because you've kind of stepped into her vortex of her energy. It's because she's brought her light here. She's brought consciousness to the darkness, and through that she's able to, those that come into contact with her, she hugs them, and then she passes their energy on to them, okay? So our darkness that we're here to evolve out of, because remember, this journey is all about evolution. Not only are we evolving, on a physical level, we're evolving mentally and spiritually and on a heart level all the time. So we need to evolve out of our darkness. So where does this darkness come from? Okay, So I'm going to just break it down into six areas of darkness. I mean, there's a lot more, so don't just think that it's limited to just six. So the first lot of darkness that we have within us is those parts that we call our shadows. And our shadows are the parts of us which are the repressed parts of us, the parts that we deny. They're the parts that we might be ashamed of or feel guilty about. They're the ones that we hide. You know, some of our shadows are the parts that we might even be scared of those parts to allow forward. But we have to, and they're the parts of that's our subconscious. All that darkness is in our subconscious, and they're all the parts of us that we must learn to love. We must learn to bring forward. We must learn to heal so that they evolve out of that dark consciousness and return back to the truth of who they are, of who you are, okay? So you must learn to love all the shadows within you. So every lower emotion that you have inside of you, you must learn to love it. Every crazy thought, you must learn to love it. Every weird, twisted, power-hungry, jealous part of you, you must learn to love it. Even the parts of you that might want to kill another person when they've betrayed you, you've got to love that part, okay? Because we're human. And we have these lower parts of us. You know, these are the unevolved parts of us. Sometimes these shadows are just that inner child that hasn't learnt to behave in any other way than to sulk, you know, or to hide or to be ashamed. So just like a mother would love a child, you have to love your shadows and grow them up and return them so that they can be one with you and they can integrate back with you. And then you'll start to feel more of you is with you. You may have gone through life feeling really fragmented, like there's different parts of you. Like one part of you feels really below self-worth, and other parts feeling like it's lonely. Then you've got another part which is fragmented and is angry, and then you've got all these different parts that are like playing out all these different kind of dramas, and you're like, oh my god, this is just this is too much going on, and I can't get my truth out. I can't find the clarity of who I am in life. And that's why we've got to love all these aspects within us, okay? The reason why those shadows get created are various, okay? It could be from childhood experience. Sometimes we can be in abusive relationships which fragment us and we go into unworthiness. Sometimes it's from being teased at school and we have to hide. Sometimes it's just due to the fact that no one actually encouraged us and told us that we were special and important. And so we think that when we're worth nothing and we collapse into unworthiness, you know? So these parts of us get formed for many, many different reasons, okay? But we must love them and return them back. The second level of darkness is the part of you that is ignorant, okay? So we're all ignorant to some degree, and this is the part of you that doesn't know any better. This is the part of you that just doesn't have any extra information inside of you to know another way or to act in a brighter way, okay? We're all ignorant on some level, and it's the ability for us to go, hey, I can learn from someone else, or I can educate myself to come out of this ignorance to see a bigger picture. The trouble is, okay, in ignorance, is if you stay locked in it. And when you stay locked in your own ignorance, you kind of lock yourself in your own ego. And in that, I hope I'm not getting too complex. And in your ego and your ignorance, you lock yourself in, and your worldview gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you forget to see that there's a bigger reality going on around you, okay? And so in that tiny space that you've created yourself to be in, you start to feel trapped and imprisoned by life, and life's not working for you because you're not learning to evolve out of that space and connect to the rest of the life that's around you, okay? So that comes from ignorance. And ignorance is not necessary, is not your fault. Sometimes we weren't taught the basic things as children. You know, I was speaking to my sister the other day in Australia, and she said to me, yeah, my mum never told me what chicken stock was or vegetable stock was. And I went through my whole life not knowing what vegetable stock was, and that I could use it, and it made dishes taste amazing. And she said, I was like, Mom, why didn't you tell me this, you know? And so this is the same example. We have a lot of kind of missing information inside of us that we just don't know, you know? Maybe it's those things that we weren't taught about what love truly is, or maybe you weren't taught how to be empowered, or maybe you weren't taught that it's okay to express your truth. And so they're the kind of missing information that we need to kind of replace our being with, so that we can keep evolving into our truth, to complete our truth, you know. use the information to complete who we are. The third level of darkness is the darkness that we receive from other people, okay? Now, this world, as much as I'd like to believe is all wonderful and utopia and, I don't know, stardust and unicorns, just isn't, okay? There's a lot of corruptions in our world. There's a lot of people that are, you know, evil, that are mean, that are, you know, jealous, and that do weird things to you and to other people. And so we can get darkness from other people in our own lives, and this can clog us up. So sometimes someone else's anger can be directed at us and it can shut us down. Sometimes another person's jealousy can be projected at us, and then we think, oh my God, I can't shine. Other times people are, you know, abusive, and that can break another person and make them collapse in their sense of self. And in worst cases, right, people send curses to each other, or they can do things to betray another person, or do things to undermine another person. And so, you know, that's the external environment, like other people actually projecting their own darkness onto you so that you can't transcend into your own light. Now, we will clear all this out, but the aim of the game is to recognize if somebody is actually, you know, sending their darkness to you, so that you can go, oh, this doesn't belong to me. This is not part of my world or reality. I choose not to take it on. Okay, that's where the you know, that's the key really. The fourth kind of darkness is the darkness that we get from is from entities. So energies that have been created like dark forces, you know, if we want to get really into that. So these kind of darker forces often get created, you know, in kind of religious settings where the light versus the dark, where you get, you know, the darkness is overtaking the light. And then you get perceptions or realities where people feel like they're being overtaken by darker forces in their life as well. So that's something we need to look at and unlock you from, because that's just a whole drama consciousness that we need to shift you out of. When we are dealing with darker entity things, like, you know, dark forces, or you could even have dark spirit guides that aren't, you know, guiding you in the right way. So that would be something that you need to look at to remove. But all these dark entities, and the way that I look at the universe is that I look at this universe is that everything's trying to evolve towards love, okay? So it doesn't matter how dark something is, it will eventually try to evolve towards love. Now, something might take billions of years to get there, but everything in this universe has to keep evolving and shifting. Otherwise, you know, the motion of the universe, that's the motion of the universe. So it just follows that pattern. So I know that whenever I see a dark entity or anything like that, I'm like, oh, okay, you want to evolve more to love. Okay, great, I can help you with that. So don't go into fear with this stuff, okay? This is not about, you know, rejecting things. Oh my God, that's bad. Oh my God, get rid of it. Oh my God, I'm being attacked. No, we have to start to shift our mindset to have more compassion, more awareness, more love, to help everything shift and grow and evolve so that everything else can move on in this universe, okay? And many times I've had people come into my healing session and I've been like, actually, this person, it's not about this person getting the healing, it's the entity that's brought the person into the healing, and I'm actually supposed to be working on the entity here, not actually the person. So, you know, these things happen, okay? You also get entities like for people that have drug addiction. So sometimes, you know, different alcohols or drugs and cigarettes can have its own entity energy attached to it, and then you kind of get locked in that dimension of the addiction and the entity, and it's very hard for you to unlock from it, okay? I'll give you a really quick story. I was in Watkins, I think it's a spiritual bookshop, and all of a sudden I got pulled towards one of the books, and I was like, this is really weird. And I turned around and I saw this entity with a dark hood, and it had a book, and it was trying to pull me into one of the dark books there. And I was like, well, first of all, I was a bit curious. I was like, I wonder what book this is that's pulling me in. And I was like, oh, it's like all this weird magic stuff. And I just thought, isn't that interesting? This book has its own entity on it, pulling me in it to draw me in to this energy that I otherwise wouldn't have been attracted to. Okay, does that make sense? So sometimes there are extra energies in this universe that might pull you away from your truth and pull you into these other kind of lower realms. And it's just something you need to be aware of. You know, this is what I would like I guess the key here is that you need to learn discernment. Is this your energy? Is this someone else's energy? Is this your thoughts? Is it an entity's thoughts? You know, where am I really being pulled in life, and what am I being pulled by? And ultimately, what you should be really being pulled by is your soul and your spirit, okay? And that's what we want to do. We want to unlock all this mud from you so that you can really be pulled by your soul and your spirit. The fifth type of darkness is just the deep silence of this universe. So sometimes we can come to pools of darkness within our own consciousness, and then we're like, oh my God, what is this? But actually it's just the deep silence of the universe, and it's a very beautiful Zen place, okay? And the sixth type of darkness is the creation energy of darkness, because from nothing, things get created, okay? So you can go into the silence of the darkness if you just kind of let your consciousness expand and find that peace. And other times you can find the creative energy in the darkness, because from nothingness, amazing things can get created. Everything can get created. And so sometimes we get caught in a drama of the darkness. Oh my God, it's wrong. And we're like, we find these pockets of darkness inside of us, and we think we've got to get rid of it, but actually it might be part of your creative energy. Actually it might be part of the deep silence that rings through you, connecting you to the Zen of the universe, okay? So what I want to get out of this Facebook Live for you is to help you discern the different types of darkness and the energies there, but also teach you how to relate to it in a new way so that you can find your truth and navigate through life, okay? How are we going with this? I know it might be a bit out there for some people. Some of it might be like, okay, yeah, I get it. Other of it's like, I don't want to know anything about that. I know it's a bit of an interesting topic, but I think sometimes we need to kind of touch on this stuff. Otherwise we skirt around deeper healings. And I just want you to have some really deep healing. So obviously this is coming up to heal. So any questions so far that I can answer before we proceed into an energy clearing session? Polly, very interesting. Yeah, it's also very hard to translate all this work in like 10 minutes, okay? Because I could actually spend a Facebook Live on each of these different levels kind of thing. Viola, I love this topic. What kind of darkness is obsession? It could be jealousy. Obsession could be the need for something to complete you. So obviously you're needing to complete something inside yourself. My question to you is, what is the obsession? Is it the obsession of another person? Is it the obsession of social media? You know, these create addictions within us for different reasons. Joanna, I'm so glad that you're addressing this. Great. Yay, energy clearing session watching. I hear you're doing a great job. Okay, cool. Amazing people. Alrighty. Does any of this like ring true to you? I just want to see what's happening on a group level. Anyone suffering with some shadows, like rejecting the self, denying the self? Anyone suffering with like ignorance? Anyone suffering with darkness from other people, entity stuff, or anything like that? I just want to see what's going on so I know what I can look at for the clearing session. Okay, Viola, another person after betrayal. Yeah, so what you're trying to do, Viola, is you're trying to make the other, you're on some subconscious level, you're trying to complete the broken love pattern. And so you're wanting this person to complete what's broken inside of you, and you're obsessing about them. And then you're getting maybe mad, then you're getting wanting, then, you know, so that's that part of that love drama. So the reality is that you've got to complete that love puzzle inside of you. Okay, definitely feeling darkness from others. People are saying this is an interesting topic. Great, we can talk about this. Okay, good. I wasn't quite sure, but it was like coming down. I was like, okay, let's go with it. Maybe it's an addiction to another person, the same as drug and alcohol. It can be. Basically, the addiction to another person can be slightly different from drug and alcohol. Drug and alcohol tends to go around wanting to escape, wanting to kind of move out of, you know, not live in reality. So it's looking for a way to escape as opposed to not to address certain issues. An addiction to another person is quite a complex one. sometimes that addiction kind of comes again from the need for the other person to complete you. It's like, oh my God, I found some love. Now this person needs to complete me, do you know? Or you get caught in the illusion like, this person's so amazing, they're the perfect person for me. And so you can have an obsession or addiction to like a celebrity that you've never even met, because you've brought up this fantasy of how much this person's going to complete you and make you whole. But both drug addiction and addiction to other people are actually just indicating that you need to complete yourself. You need to love yourself more, that you need to learn to become your own soulmate, because we shouldn't be really looking beyond ourselves for somebody else to complete us. In a nutshell. Okay, there's probably some other stuff going on in there. Okay, Kareen, how to know if the darkness is a form of entity or actually the person's lack of love? I'm trying to feel into your question here. How do I know if this is why you've got to learn to discern energy. So if you're someone who's highly sensitive and feels energy all around you and doesn't know how to discern it, I highly recommend learning Theta Healing, because it will teach you how to discern it. But what I will do is, in the energy clearing session, I'll just make a note, is I'll give you some downloads to know the difference between different energies, like to know that you can know the difference between an entity and know the difference between a person's unworthiness energy or something like that. Okay, so we can help your brain decipher things, because that's what's the most important here, is that you learn to decipher. Dove, cigarettes, I find where I live very heavy. Now, that's very interesting. Sometimes the environment you live in can create a lot of darkness, and it actually stops you from actually evolving and moving on your path. Now, certain countries, certain towns may have had old wars or killings or battles, which may have got a lot of entity energy or souls that haven't passed on. And so that lower, or just a lot of depression energy or a lot of sadness, and that energy can just hold you in a bubble, stopping you from progressing and stopping you from connecting to your light. So I would say to you, Leahs, that you might want to look at energy clearing the town that you live in. Like, you can actually go in and just ask for the old energy to release. We might bring that up in the session. Maybe everyone can connect to the land that they're living on, wherever they are, and we can do an energy clearing on the land there. Okay, I often find entities too late after I'm ready to subtract. Yes, because they've taken your energy. There's so much here, guys. Ignorance, and so I suffer darkness from other people to the point I prefer loneliness. Okay, yeah, because you're super sensitive, Roberta. Teresa, darkness from others. I've worked on releasing others. Okay, that's great. Is levels... Okay, Justine, don't confuse the 6 levels of darkness with... the 7th planes and the 7 planes of Theta Healing. I'm just breaking down darkness in 6 different ways for you tonight. So it's just I'm just breaking them down into different topics. So don't confuse the two, please. Imogen, all of it. Oh. Hannah, I feel attracting entities into my house. Okay, there's reasons why we attract entities. Elena's not saying about accepting myself. But guys, there's just so much here. Okay, I'm seeing why this was a very important thing to talk about. We've got addiction to certain emotions from Nicola. Pulled again to one obsha who called herself a dark queen. It's not the first time. Okay, interesting, Anna. Interesting. It's not the first time being pulled to a Facebook page work. Loved. Okay, amazing. All right, so guys being pulled in directions that aren't part of your truth. Let me write that one down. Teresa, when someone is ill, you are healing the entity. Do different illnesses have... Yes, some illnesses have different entities. Okay, do you know what, people? I think what I've done is I've produced a very, very big topic for the type of Facebook Live time that we have tonight. So maybe we can break some of this down in some future Facebook Lives. So yeah, because I can't really go into the depths of addressing each of your individual questions as much as I'd like to, because when we work at darkness level, sometimes it can get very complicated because there can be layers of why that darkness has been created, okay? Layers and layers and layers of why. Sometimes it's the pain in the heart. Sometimes it's wrapped up in other people's negative emotions. Sometimes there's karmic energy on top locking it all. Sometimes you've taken vows and oaths to keep all this in. And then there's a big entity on top keeping this whole dark drama happening. And so, this whole big ball of negativity can start to get created. And you can see the different reasons or the layers that can create this big negative ball, which is why people come from individual healing sessions to kind of get to the root stuff. But we're going to be working on a group level, and I'm going to do my best to try and somehow in this healing, with these energy activations and clearings, address everyone's needs in this group tonight and whoever else comes to listen to this Facebook Live. So come on, universe, guide me in the right way for this one. So let's begin, people. You guys with me all here? Yeah? Alrighty, okay. I'm feeling the love, I'm getting the love. Because I think might be some dark stuff that's ready to shift out, hey? Because, it's all about you getting more of you here so that you can impact reality more. Alrighty. Okay, people, let's do it. Let's go in there and do what we need to do. So as always, follow my voice. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to help release stuff from you. You might feel stuff coming up, blocks coming up. You might find that you need to cry. I always feel like I'm starting to cry already. Because you know what? I'm going to begin by saying that everything in this universe wants to be healed. And I'm tuning into everyone and everyone's darkness and all the entities that might have turned up tonight to be healed. And I just know and I feel from the depths of my heart that everything in this universe wants to be healed. Everything wants to return back to love. Everybody wants to move out of ignorance and to understand that within them is an amazing wisdom and intelligence that can move forward. So let's begin. I want to just begin by just calling a lot of love just into you, into your life and into this world. So just witness beautiful love, beautiful compassion, the energy of compassion flowing from all corners of the universe into our beautiful planet, into your life and into you. And the first thing I'd like to release from you is all the sadness of not being able to evolve, all the sadness of being stuck, and all the sadness of just being completely trapped. And as I say this, I'm saying this for you and whatever entities that you have connected to you, and whatever family consciousness that you're connected to. And you're just going to allow all that deep sadness to release. Because as other sadness is releasing, it's what's actually releasing is this energy of being trapped in the darkness, trapped from being unable to move forward, trapped from being unable to make a change. So can we release this energy of being trapped? Okay, and in that, can we release any entities that you have attached to you, any negative energies that you have attached to you, whether that's from entities or energies from addiction, things that you might have picked up from trauma, entities that you may have picked up from reading books that have been out of alignment to the truth, entities that you may have picked up from other people, just letting them all release now. Well, there's quite a lot leaving. I just feel your crown chakra is starting to open up. There's so much more light coming into you. Okay, good. So we're just freeing up a lot of stuff. Okay, this is really good. Can we now release any person's negative energy from you? So anyone that's projected anger towards you or jealousy towards you, hatred towards you, Just allowing that all to go. Psychic attack energy towards you, just letting that all release. Okay, can we also release any anger, jealousy, or psychic attack energy that you've projected upon another person? Because we do it, people. We're human. We do it. So just freeing everybody else up from your own negative projections onto them as well. Can I release from you any curses that you may have stored within your system or your subconscious, and any curses that you may have given to another person? And it doesn't necessarily mean a curse has to be like a magical curse. You can curse someone with your words. You know, I hope you never experience love. You know, may your business fail. And we curse people even with our thoughts. So can we release any cursing energy that is being directed upon you or that you've directed upon another? Okay, that's feeling better. Everyone hopefully should be starting to feel a bit brighter and clearer now, okay? Okay. Can we now allow the parts of you that you have denied or suppressed or hidden or rejected, the parts of you that you've criticized, the parts of you that you've hated, can we allow all of those parts of you now to be loved? So I'm just going to send love into you, and I want you to consciously send love into all those parts within you. Can we just love every single part of you? Can we love the parts of you that have made mistakes? Can we love the parts of you that have been abused? Some of you guys, can I send a lot of love to the parts of you that have been abused? Can we send love to the parts of you that have been teased? Can we send love to the parts of you that have been forgotten? And love to the parts of you that have been abandoned? I feel like crying for everybody. So if you feel like crying, just let those tears come up. If you feel like sadness coming up, let it come up. This is just all old stuff coming to the surface to shift. Can I send love to the parts of you that have been used? Can I send love to the parts of you that have been shamed? Can I send love to the parts of you that feel exhausted and crippled? Can I send love to the parts of you that are confused? And I can even feel parts of you that are hiding, okay? So I'm going to send another very deep wave through you, and I'm just going to pull the parts of you that are hiding to come forward now, just to be loved. You know, all these parts of you, they just need to be loved, that's all. Can I send love to the parts of you that are so deeply ashamed of yourself? And the parts of you that are too unworthy to experience love, I'm going to send love to those parts of you as well. Okay, there's a lot of love coming through. I just literally feel like I'm wrapping my hands around you and I'm holding you back together. So can I love all of you, or just send love through all of you until you reunite back with yourself? So you might find bits of you a bit broken or fragmented inside, and I'm just going to send a big wave of love around you and just wrap you up in love and just re-glue you back together, re-heal you back together, reunite you back together, reconnect you back together, so that you can operate as one being. Can I teach you how to operate as one being? What it feels like to operate with one mind, what it feels like to operate with one heart, what it feels like to operate with one body, and that all of you exist as one energy, one being. Now that doesn't stop you from being a whole spectrum of different things, because, you know, we can be creative and we can be intelligent, we can be dynamic, and we can be, you know, solitary, and we can be extroverted. That doesn't stop you from being the spectrum of who you are, but to be able to be one in the spectrum of who you are, so that when you are feeling solitary, you can just embrace being solitary and really enjoy it. And when you're ready to be extroverted, be very extroverted and embrace it and enjoy it. And when you're being creative and doing that painting, just to embrace that part of you and be one with it. So can I teach you how to be a spectrum of all of who you are, but in each moment to be fully present and one with that aspect of who you are? Good. Can I now release from you whatever religious dramas that you've been caught in? So maybe it's the Christian drama of having to fear God. Maybe there's the drama of, you know, the darkness is out to get you. We all have weird religious dramas that play out inside of us, and they can come from our parents, they can come from our ancestors, they can come from the society that we live in. So can I just release from you the religious drama of darkness from you? And whatever religious drama of, like, having to fear the darkness, or that the darkness is evil, or the darkness is going to get you, or you know, the darkness is waiting for you to sin so it can take you to hell, you know, all that stuff. Can we just allow all those stories, all those illusions to release from you now? I feel your crown chakra getting larger and larger and larger. Okay, so can we teach you the difference between your energy and another person's energy? Can we teach you the difference between your energy and an entity's energy? Can we teach you the difference between your thoughts and another person's thoughts? Can we teach you the difference between your thoughts and an entity's thoughts? Can I teach you the difference between your feelings and another person's feelings, your feelings and an entity's feelings? Can I teach you what it feels like to be completely aware of who you are and what your energy signature is and what your energy frequency is? And can I teach you no longer need to blur your energy frequency with another person, and that you no longer need to blur your energy frequency in dramas, that you can now contain and hold your unique energy frequency with you? And it's, you know, when you can exist as your truth, as the true vibration of who you are, then, you know, that's what gives you amazing, strong boundaries. Because it's like, well, this is who I am. I'm this, and that's not me, you know? So can I teach you the difference between you and everything else in this universe? Can I teach you how to identify your unique vibration and how to discern all the other vibrations in this universe? Okay. Can I now help you to evolve out of any part of you that might be ignorant? Any part of you that might be ignorant to the truth, ignorant to reality? You know, because sometimes we get caught in illusions. We like to believe in conspiracy theory illusions. We like to believe in, I don't know, utopia illusions. We like to believe in all sorts of illusions, okay? So can I help you to raise your mindset, raise your awareness so that you can see the truth in every experience and so that you can know the truth in every experience. Can I also teach you how to relate to darkness in a whole new way, okay? In a way that just shows you that everything in this universe is wanting to be healed and everything in this universe is wanting to integrate back into their truth, okay? Just as you want to be healed and integrate back into your truth, so does everything else in this universe. For some of you, there's a darkness drama that gets played out in your heart between you and other people. So it might be that you are in certain relationships that might have, create that codependent thing or that jealousy thing or that obsession thing or that tit for tat thing. So I feel like there's a lot of deep karmic cords in some of your hearts, which then links into the karmic cords of other people's hearts and just plays out this weird heart drama. So if that's you, and I guess we're all there on some level, I'm going to start sending light into the depths of your heart. You might just feel all these karmic cords releasing from your heart chakra. Ugh. And when I just feel it all coming out, I just feel like all this anger and this jealousy and these crazy feelings that want to release from the heart as well. So let all that go. And the reason why we get caught in this heart drama is because we're just trying to solve the puzzle of love that's been broken inside of us, for whatever reason. Sometimes our parents break our love and we're trying to solve that puzzle. Sometimes it's a partner. But can we release the negative emotions that you experience through interacting with others? And can we teach you now that you no longer need to solve your puzzle of love through emotional drama with other people, okay? That you can now solve the puzzle of love inside of you by yourself. So I'm going to send some really beautiful energy into the center of your hearts just to help you solve the puzzle of love that you have inside. Maybe your puzzle of love is I'm not loved, or I'm not honored, or I'm not understood. Maybe your puzzle of love is abandonment. We all have our own puzzle of love going on that we're trying to complete. So I'm going to send some energy through the center of your heart chakras. And I just want you to allow the energy to come in and bring the missing information that you have in your heart to solve that puzzle of love, whatever it is, so that you can feel more whole and complete inside. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. You might start to feel a beautiful star of light starting to wake up in your heart. So just let that star of light wake up in your heart. And I just want you to feel what it feels like to feel that light inside of you. When there's light in the soul, there's light in the body. And I want you to let that light within you just shine out into your home, into your family. So when there's light in the body, there's light in the family. And let that light shine out to teach you that when there's light in the family, there's light in society, light in your community. And letting that light shine out to teach you when there's light in community, there's light in your country. And when there's light in your country, there's light in the world. And as you expand your energy field out to be, the light of the world, You can feel your energy light connecting to all the other amazing people that are lighting up this world as well. And as you do that, you might feel this beautiful energy field, this quantum fields of beautiful light beings lighting up this world around you. And just to know that you're not alone, you know. So I want you to feel the light from everybody, the light that everybody else generates in this world shining into you. And I just want you to feel supported and strengthened by everybody else's light, you know. Because there's so many people switching themselves on to love, switching themselves on to be more conscious, switching themselves on to love their darkness, their shadows. And as they switch themselves on, they send light through this world, and that light can support and strengthen you. So I just want you to feel all the light from everybody else in this world supporting and strengthening you. You might feel your spine getting stronger. You might feel your chakras strengthening or expanding. You might just start to feel less isolated. And just for a moment, I want you to reach out your hands and just visualize everyone who's in this beautiful zone of becoming their own light in this world. Just holding all their hands, so everyone just forms a beautiful circle of light. You could even just imagine everyone in this group forming a circle of light with their hands. You could include all the energy workers, the light workers, all the people that are, I don't know, those vibrant people who are, you know, just living their truth. That's enough, isn't it? And just allow this connection to take place, this union. And I think the deep message here is that you're not alone in your darkness. You're not alone in your shadows. And if you do think you're alone in your darkness or alone in your shadows, then that's really just an illusion. You just need to move your mindset out of that ignorant place to realize that actually there's a lot of people, a lot of beings that are just emitting light to help you grow. And you know, when I say light, I mean consciousness. You know, not like light versus dark drama. I mean like consciousness, you know. The more conscious you become, the more consciousness you emit to help other people become more conscious. Okay, so what's coming down now, it's really beautiful, is that, I don't know, you can call it your soul, your higher self, you can call it the energy of God, the heavens, but there's a big bright light just coming down from the heavens, just coming in around your body, integrating with you. So you might be able to feel that. And we're also now, as you let that light join you, you might start to feel stronger, brighter, more centered in yourself. I'm just going to call back all your soul fragments. So any part of your energy, your consciousness, your light, your soul, your vibration that you've lost or disconnected from, I'm just going to call it back to you now. So you might feel more light coming into you, which is your energy. Beautiful. Just let all your energy come back to you. You might start to feel more brighter, more full, not so empty inside. You might start to feel just the sense of fullness or completeness. Okay, and now, beautiful people, we're going to expand your mind, okay? So I want you to expand your mind, expand your consciousness to kind of see if you can kind of expand your awareness to kind of go into that deep silence of the universe, that deep space, that kind of very expansive nothingness. And in that nothingness, you're going to find this deep sense of peace. Just keep expanding into it. You're going to find this deep sense of space. And you're going to find this deep sense of silence, this very zen space. Just see if you can keep expanding into that place. Keep going deeper into the peace, deeper into the silence. And just breathe really beautifully, and as you exhale, you're expanding deeper and deeper into that beautiful zone of nothingness. It's a very peaceful place. And it's this zone of nothingness that creation gets recreated again. So it's a very creative zone. So just go into this zone of nothingness until you feel, until you connect with that anything is possible to be created. Until you go into that zone of, absolute, vibrant creative energy. Where things that were unseen can be seen, where things that were not created can be created, where the impossible became possible. See if you can find that space as well. And in this place, I just want you to allow yourself into this creation zone. We might as well do a little creation exercise. So just create. What do you want to create in your life? So from the nothingness, from this zone of nothingness, I want you to create things in your life. Maybe you want to create a book. Maybe you want to create more clients. What do you want to create? So just use this zone to start creating. You are the artist in your own life, so create whatever it is that you truly desire from the depths of your truth. Maybe you want to create more, more nature in your life. Beautiful. So you're going to take 3 really deep breaths and smile and just feel all that amazing creative energy bubbling through you. Okay. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And you can let me know anything else in the chat. Okay. So Alex has said, I have met so many spiritual people who hide in the light, and I feel being in the darkness makes me more authentic. Yeah, I agree. I think some people, they get so caught up that being good and being in the light is the only way to be, that it's kind of a very limited perspective of what the light is and what reality is. And I think in order for us to be more here, we need to embrace all of our light and all of our darkness, and to be able to feel complete and whole in all of it as well. How's everyone feeling? Okay, well, there's lots of comments here, guys. I just can't get to all of it. But I'm going to go right down to the end. How's everyone feeling? The energy was so strong, I kept losing connection. Amazing. There's Mira saying, woohoo. Okay, people. So really, you've got to move through all the chaotic darkness that might be there to find the space, to find that Zen space, to find, that creative zone to recreate again. It's really, really important. And, that should be more of a natural state, really. We should be less of that crazy darkness and more of that deep Zen creation darkness. That's kind of where you want to be living most of your life from. It's a much more peaceful place to exist from. So how's everyone feeling? Viola, amazing shifts. I'm left with pain on my neck on the left though. What could it be? I think it's just energy that just needs to keep moving through you. It's probably some old control blocks. So maybe you've controlled yourself for too long, or from somebody else has controlled you. Gabriella, amazing. Devel, so powerful, emotional, magical. Polly, lots of tingling on the soles of my feet during that. Cool. Sounds like some cool shifts. Joanna, I feel things moving, but it feels like it got to my base chakra, wouldn't release. Okay. Agnes, this is so powerful. I'm grateful to you. I'm so grateful you turned up. Justine, I feel strong and feeling warm for my crown chakra. Adriana, I feel beautiful and reunited with myself. Eliana, I'm feeling strange. Okay, we're going to get to that, Eliana, because I didn't do the land healing, but I wanted to do that separately. Justina, thank you. Feel lighter, powerful, amazing. Okay. Peaceful. All right, good. All right. Nicole, amazing. Such a beautiful healing and dynamic journey to all these beautiful souls. Absolutely. You know, people being, you know, here doing this work is actually creating such an amazing field. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So, okay, people feeling, Roberta, feeling lighter, feeling lots of vibrations through my spine. I would love to be more, capable of protecting myself from other people's attacks. Okay. I think we might do another Facebook Live on psychic attacks and protection and stuff like that, because that's a whole other topic. It's a whole other topic. Well, it's not a whole other topic. It's just going deeper into this topic, really. Amazing stressed. Okay. Right, so this is your choice, people. You can either hang on, because I'm going to do some energy, like a world healing, like a world healing on the land, a world healing for the worlds. So you can either hang on, or if you're feeling like you are in a good space now, then you can switch off and, I don't know, go think about all the things you want to create, or go and sit in the silence. Yeah, completely up to you. But I'm going to go move on. We might as well do the last bit, just because I think some people might want to do it, some people might not. So it's completely up to you. But second thing, we're going to go into the energy of the land that you live upon. Okay, now this might be the land that you live upon now. Okay, or right, you might be called to go back to the land of your birth, where you were born. Or you might be called to go somewhere else in the world, okay? So you might be like, you might go to Afghanistan, I don't know. Or you might go to South America somewhere. So I'm going to let wherever you're guided to go to, because, you know, there might be some lands which just need more of your help than where you're currently at, okay? So if you guys are ready to do that, then let's begin. For those that are clocking off, thank you for joining me. Thank you to those who aren't continuing, but for those that are, let's go to the world, okay? Right. So I want you to close your eyes, beautiful beings that you are. You're going to zoom out to be standing on the outside edge of our world. So you're going to see the world in front of you. So it's like you're standing on the universe, on the outside of the world, looking down into the world. And I just want you to just see all the other people that are here doing this world healing with us, and all those people that will be joining later. And you're just going to reach out and hold everyone's hands just for a moment, because I think there's something really beautiful about community, just to feel everyone else's energy, just to feel connected to some amazing beings, to get a beautiful charge of light, to get the energy exchanging, you know, because everyone who we connect to, we exchange energy with, we exchange information with. Okay, so just feel love vibrating through your heart. Okay. And now you're going to be called somewhere on this planet. You can be called to the land that you're in now, to your birthplace, to somewhere else on this planet, and just wait for your energy to be pulled there, or you might get, you know, an insight of where you need to go. And if you don't get pulled anywhere, you can just intend, I want to go here, and just wait for your energy to go there. Wait for your consciousness to go there. Okay, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to send a lot of love into that area, into that land. You know, because love is such an amazing healing force. Just send lots of love, lots of light, lots of energy. And you're going to intend, you're going to witness all the sadness of that land releasing. You're going to intend, you're going to witness all the anger of that land releasing. All the battle energy, or the war energy. Just let all that battle, all that war energy release. And some lands have centuries and centuries of battle and war energy on it, okay? So see if you can go back through time and just let all that battle energy, all that war energy release. You're going to now witness any entities, any souls that are kind of stuck between worlds, which haven't made it, you know, past themselves through, because sometimes souls die in war and battle and they get caught in the land. We're going to ask for them now to return back to love. Okay, for some lands it feels like there's oppression, or political oppression, or weird laws or rules which suppress people. So you're going to ask for that to lift off, so that new laws can come into place, new leaders can come into action. Other places I'm picking up, there's a lot of confusion in the land, confusion in the people, or sadness, depression in the land and in the people. You can allow that to release. And for some lands, some places you guys are at, I feel like the earth is almost crying. And it's crying because it hasn't been honored, it's been forgotten. So you're just going to send love to the energy of the earth, and let the energy of the earth start to rise up through this town, through this country, just to bring more life to it. I'd like you to witness healing energy going into the land, healing up any energy cracks, energy breaks in the land, because the land has meridian lines and energy lines, just as the human body does. Okay, and you might feel old, any curse energy that might be there. You can allow that to release. Any energy where people have, you know, done, I don't know, weird things. I don't know, maybe there's been some black magic, maybe there's some weird things that have played out, some weird energies that just need to go, so let them go. And just ask for anything else that needs to be released or wants to be released, that it can now move, shift, change, evolve, transform. Some of the land that I'm connecting to, for some of you, feels a little bit stuck, so I'm going to send an extra wave of energy or light there. Or you can intend extra energy and light goes to that place just to charge it. I'd like you to now witness the soul of the land reuniting back to the land. So the soul, the energy of that land, the essence of the land to, you know, reunite, return back to the earth, so that it's not broken or disconnected or forgotten. So let the energy of the land return back, the magic of that land, because every land's got its magic, hasn't it? Its essence. So let that magic, that essence wake up again in the land. Let reunite it, reconnect it, heal it, whatever you need to do. Beautiful. Now I just want you to do whatever else you're guided to do. You might be guided to send happiness to the land. You might be guided to bring love to the people. You might be guided to, whatever. Just open yourself up and be guided of anything else that you need to do for this very special land. We're just going to ask for all the soul fragments of that land to return. So any parts of that land's energy which has been broken or traumatized or destroyed, you're going to ask for it now to be healed and returned back. And what's really interesting is it's like that land or that town or that city, it's like it's chakra, the chakra under the land or the town is starting to open up now. So just let that awaken, that energy vortex, that energy field that can bring new energy to the people, new energy to the land. Let that chakra wake up, or that energy vortex wake up. Beautiful. And just now allow any other healing energies that need to come down. You're going to witness healing energy coming down into this entire world, our entire earth. And let's ask for whatever other negative energy wants to release from this earth, this world, that's ready to go. It can go now. Whatever energies want to shift, change and transform and evolve back to love can now do so. Let's help that process. Let's ask for anywhere else on this world that needs to receive love, to receive love. And let's activate any lands, any sacred sites, any chakras, any energy vortexes that want to start opening up and sending amazing energy back through this world again. They can start doing that now. So just helping that process. Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And just feeling this world soul, the soul of this earth, being healed, being loved, being reunited, being reconnected. I don't know why, but now I'm extending out to the solar system. So just allowing a healing to take place between the earth and the solar system as well. Whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but that's what's been happening. Okay, I think it's just so that the planets, everything just runs a little bit more smoothly like clockwork. Sometimes we go through Mercury retrograde and it can be really quite intense, so it's just allowing more of a peaceful connection between the planets and allowing more of a peaceful relationship between the planets as well. Wow, you guys must be quite cosmic out there if we're getting out into the solar system. Beautiful. And last thing, let's just allow all the stars from the Milky Way to shine their light into the earth. Because every star in this beautiful Milky Way of ours has a frequency of light, a frequency of coding, just beautiful energy that can you know, complete certain things for individuals, for the lands. And just witness whatever else is happening, whatever else needs to be healed, shifted, changed, transformed on a Earth level, solar system level, or Milky Way universal level. I'll let you guys free flow with that one because I know you all have different skills. Amazing. Okay. And when you're ready, you can just come back to Earth, come back to your room, come back to your body, come back to this Facebook Live, and let me know where you went and what happened. I'm curious. Imogen, New York, no idea why, but it was so dense. Yeah, it's probably because there's quite a lot of people there and it's probably ready to shift its consciousness. Cool, very cool, like it. Vashela, a deserted island. Interesting, what happened there? Mari, Antarctic, healing the land, the waters and the air. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Carisha, didn't expect to go to the Galapagos Islands. Amazing, that's great. Yes, they've got such an amazing ecosystem there. It's one of the things I'd really like to go. Shama, Colombia, and saw the Panama Canal reconnecting the energy of the earth. Amazing. Corinne, stayed in my country, well, was pulled back to France. Okay, cool, good. Went to 4th, 5th, 6th dimensions. Okay, you guys went cosmic. Josiana, my hometown in Quebec. Nicoletta, wow, mind-blowing, cool. Cuba and Norway for Katrine. Georgia for Joanna, which is random because I have no connection there. Yeah, but you may have had the healing energy or the awareness to help shift whatever was needed, so that's great. Robin, I went to Glenwood, Iowa, back to my hometown. Fantastic. Elaine, land of the snowy mountains, beautiful. Lismira, Venezuela. Roberta, Mexico. Anna was sent to Egypt. Teresa, Korea and Zimbabwe. Slovakia, traumas of suppression, poverty, mistreatment. Yeah, there's some stuff in this land, hey. Maria, the whole planet. St. Louisa from Nicole. And wow, okay, you guys are going everywhere. I love it. I went to Monaco. Dead energies that need to be released in a desert island. Starlight coming up from above, I saw the earth rising up towards the light. Beautiful. Gabriella, China, then the coast of Saudi Arabia. Charlotte, Denmark. Amazing. You know, as we bring more energy and more awareness to these different places, what you do is you shift reality so that the people there can have new consciousness, so that the politicians can find a new way to do solutions, so that people come up with better inventions for fertilizer or plastics or whatever. Do you know, by doing this, do you know, you're actually just bringing awareness, because that's what light is. Light is awareness, light is intelligence, light is love. And when you bless life with that, it allows other people to find that energy and find a new way to exist. So that's really, really powerful. And I'm just so grateful that we guys went everywhere. Love it. Okay. Alrighty. Amazing. And it's always nicer to live in a nicer world, isn't it? It's like energy clearing your home. When you clear the energy in your home, it just feels so much better. So yeah. Okay, beautiful people. Yeah, everywhere I went, everywhere. Love it. Poland, Fiji, North Sea. Farming town to teach the farmers how to work with it. Yeah, fantastic, amazing. Guys, you are gold. You are such beautiful, beautiful beings. Thank you so much for coming and joining me on this interesting Facebook Live, but nonetheless, obviously something that was needed. Maybe I jammed a bit too much into it. We could have probably spent maybe the whole Facebook Live on one of these topics, and maybe we can do that in the future. Not all, I might mix it in because it can be a bit heavy, hey? But I thoroughly enjoy these Facebook Lives. I thoroughly enjoy connecting with all of you. So I'm sending so much love to you. May every star in the sky kiss you. And maybe you go to bed tonight with a whole new awareness of the depths of who you are and how you can love all of you back into existence. So all my love, all my love, all my love, all my love.